Do you own a short-term rental, or are you thinking about buying one? There is a lot of advice out there about what makes a vacation rental a good investment. Bigger homes make more money. Oceanfront is always better. Longer stays mean less wear and tear, but are those actually true? After 25 years resort real estate and 17 years in the short-term rental management, I've seen what actually happens once you own and operate these properties. So let's talk about the 5 beach investment myths and what I have learned by actually doing this. Myth number 1, bigger homes always make better investments. It's not necessarily true. Yes, a larger house may generate more gross rental revenue, but bigger also usually means higher purchase price, larger mortgage, higher utility bills, more furnishings, higher cleaning costs, more maintenance, and potentially more things that can break over time. So when I'm comparing investment properties, I don't automatically assume that the property generating the most revenue is the better investment. I want to know, what am I actually left with after all of these expenses? Sometimes a smaller, well-designed property purchased at the right price can actually produce stronger overall return than a much larger home. Gross revenue gets your attention, but return on investment tells the real story. And myth number 2, I hear this constantly when buyers start looking at beach property. Oceanfront is always the best investment. Now listen, I love the oceanfront. Guests do love the oceanfront. And there is absolutely value in waking up to an incredible ocean view. But does it automatically mean that that's your best investment? No. You're often paying a significant premium for that location. You may also have greater exposure to salt, wind, and weather, which can mean additional exterior maintenance over time. Meanwhile, a home 1 or 2 rows over may still offer great beach access, a pool, more space, and a much lower purchase price. So I always compare what you're paying for against what the property can realistically generate. And sometimes the oceanfront wins, but sometimes it doesn't. Every property deserves its own analysis. Now, myth number 3, this one I probably disagree with owners the most about. Owners tell me this all the time. I prefer a 7-night minimum rental for my property because fewer turnovers means less wear and tear on my home. And I actually beg to differ. In the homes that I co-host with owners, shorter stays mean that we're often in the property more frequently, we're cleaning more often, we're inspecting, and we have more opportunities to catch those small maintenance issues before they become expensive problems. Maybe there's a small leak under the sink or a loose cabinet handle, an HVAC issue, or something that was broken by a guest that hasn't been reported. With more frequent turnovers, we have more eyes on the property. There can also be a revenue advantage. Depending on the season and the property, shorter stays may give you more flexibility with pricing and allow you to capture higher nightly rates instead of locking every reservation into a 7-night stay. Now, I'm not saying shorter night stays are always better, and every market and every property is different. But the idea that fewer turnovers automatically means less wear and tear, my experience tells me it isn't always true. Sometimes being inside your property more frequently is actually the best way to protect it. And that brings me directly to myth number 4. If you self-manage your vacation rental, you'll automatically make more money because you're not paying management fees. And that may be true, but again, not always. Self-management can work extremely well for the right owner. But managing a successful short-term rental is much more than just putting the property online and accepting reservations. There's pricing, there's marketing, guest communication, cleaning, maintenance, reviews, emergencies, and making sure the property remains competitive as the market changes. A great property management company or the right co-hosting model may be able to help you generate stronger revenue, improve the guest experience, and protect the property. Don't look at the management solely as an expense. Ask yourself, what value am I receiving for that expense? The cheapest management option isn't necessarily the most profitable either, and neither is automatically doing everything yourself. And finally, number 5, most important myth for anyone thinking about buying an investment property. A property with the highest projected rental revenue must be the best investment. Absolutely not. Rental projections are incredibly useful, and I use them all the time, but they are only the beginning of the analysis. If someone shows me the property projected to generate $200,000 a year, I don't just stop at the $200,000. I want to know things like, what's the purchase price and what does the financing look like? What about insurance, and does it need flood insurance? The property management, is there one intact? Cleaning, utilities, pool maintenance, repairs, furnishing, capital improvements. And what happens if this property doesn't hit the highest projection? Because gross rental revenue is not profit, the biggest revenue number doesn't automatically make something the best investment. What matters is what you're left with and whether that return aligns with what you're trying to accomplish. So what's the takeaway? There's really isn't one size fits all formula for buying a successful beach investment. Bigger isn't always better. The oceanfront certainly can lend a beautiful view, but doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best investment. Longer stays may actually have a downfall, and self-management isn't automatically more profitable. And the property with the biggest rental projection isn't necessarily the best investment. The right investment is the one where the property, the numbers, and your personal goals all make sense together. And that's exactly what I want to help you understand through these videos. In my next video, I'm going to put all of this into practice. I'm taking you inside an actual Sandbridge beach house and showing you exactly how I evaluate it through the eyes of an investor. We'll look at the rental potential, the location, the guest experience, operating expenses, and some of the things that buyers may not think about until after they own a beach house. If you're interested in owning, investing, or simply learning more about beach real estate investment in Sandbridge in Virginia Beach, subscribe and follow along. I'm Lisa Moisen with Atlantic Sotheby's International Realty. Visit, own, and invest. I'll see you on the next one, but until then, be blessed.